Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe, all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. In this video we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends 20th anniversary Toad figure. Now this one has been long anticipated and long overdue and came out a few months back. I finally got my hands on one and I'm going to crack it open and take a look at him in a bit more detail. Now, as part of the 20th anniversary, Marvel Legends re-released the 4 original Marvel Legends, which was, of course, Iron Man, Captain America, Toad, and the Hulk. Now, in one of my other videos, I do show you how you can open these boxes without causing any damage, so do check that out. It is a really simple technique of just basically cutting along the seams, and then that way you keep the nice 20th anniversary boxes intact, as you can see. But do check out my shorts, I think that's where it is. If not, it's over on Instagram. So anyway, let's take a look at the figure out of the box. Now to start with, you get these cool kind of backdrop card pieces. Now you get these with all 4 of the 20th anniversary figures, so they come with a nice little stand which kind of symbolises the original Marvel Legends logo, and it comes with a backdrop on one side that's relevant to the figure and a comic book cover that's relevant to the figure on the other side. And as you can see, it wouldn't make much use in kind of action figure photography or anything like that, but for a display piece they're pretty cool. And I must admit, having these all side by side does look quite cool, and is a nice kind of homage to the original Marvel Legends, if you like. So just while I grab that display piece, what can we say about the figure? Well, the initial kind of feelings towards it was that it was a little bit skinny. People kind of wanted a bulkier Toad, but I'm quite happy with the size of this one. Here's the display piece, and as you can see, the Marvel Legends original logo there, engraved into the bottom of it. And they do look cool. It looks quite cool when you put all 4 of them together. So anyway, included in the box as well, you get an alternate head with this huge long tongue. And it's a nice solid piece. It wouldn't snap or anything like that. And that's a really cool alternate head because, you know, we all know Toad for his Toad-like qualities. You also get 2 of these wall crawling hands that we call them, that come with Spider-Man. And you also get 2 Toads. You get a green one and a brown one, which is a bit of a random accessory, but quite cool all the same. You can have him holding them, or they will be cool in some action figure photography. So, the actual figure Toad. Now, for the price point, that's not a lot of accessories. It would have been cool to have a few more bits in there, maybe a few more Toads, maybe a few more hands, I don't know, but there doesn't seem to be a lot for the price point. The articulation in him is great. He's got that chest swivel and he's also got a waist swivel. He's got the butterfly joints in his shoulders as well as all the standard points of articulation in the knees and the elbows, etc. Now the legs there, as you can see, are pinless, which is a nice addition. The arms, however, are not, and I think that's the point that this figure lets itself down. It would have been nice to be fully pinless, but for some reason they've decided to use the pinned arms on that, which is a real shame because it kind of just breaks it up. Personally, I don't like it when they use kind of the pinless joints on one arm or leg and not on the other, when it's kind of just the legs or just the arms. It's just a little bit disappointing, but I think if they had made this all pinless, then there would have been sort of less for people to complain about. Now there is a kind of a drop in the groin, so some of the figures that you have to get him into different poses, you can drop the legs down so that there's a little bit more articulation, and he does have that, so that's quite cool. So you can get him into kind of some Toad-like poses using the wall crawling hands, and we call them wall crawling hands because predominantly when they're with Spider-Man, they're the ones that you use to pose him crawling up the walls, and you can use them on Toad to hold the Toads. So he's got 2 hands, 2 open hands, and 2 Toads. So if you wanted to display him, you could have him holding both of them. There we go, just having a little play around. He's got these cuff pieces on his hands and his feet. Now they are not attached, so they do move around, so just be careful when you're taking hands off, etc. But this headpiece is really cool. This is something. Now I think that when you change the headpiece and you have this one with a tongue, it does completely change the look of the figure. Now there's a lot of people saying that he should have been built on the Dr. Octopus body, so he was a little bit more bloated looking. But personally I quite like this look. It's a bit more of a modern look as opposed to like an older look in the comic books. But yeah, I mean it kind of works. And when I think of Toad, I kind of think of him as a bit of a kind of like ratty, kind of scrawny guy. You can get him into some cool poses. I'm just going to have a play around with poses. I want to kind of get him into some kind of balanced pose, so I will probably do a video seeing how long it takes me to get him into a balanced pose. But overall, I think that because we are getting the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, we've got Avalanche in the recent Xmen retro wave, we've got Pyro in that 2-pack with Rogue, We've got Magneto, obviously, from things like the Family Matters pack. And now that we've got Toad, we do know that Blob is also coming. So I think that even though he might be a little bit higher price point, and might not be on everybody's radar, I think he's definitely worth picking up just to complete that Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Now, let's be perfectly honest with you, the chances are they're probably going to re-release a standard version, but right now I don't want to take that risk, so I picked him up because he is one of those characters that you kind of need to have in your X-Men display. Thanks very much for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things, and I will see you very soon.